Oh man, that is so good.
That was the first song by them that like I had heard it before we played with them, and I was just
Mm-hmm.
so stoked to see it live. And they do like just a funny band. Like they kind of like a meme band. Like if you go see them, I highly recommend it. They have like at least they used a really funny intro that they made. I don't know if you heard it at all.
Yeah, I've heard. Dave sent me the multi-track
Yeah.
or whatever.
They made an intro that's basically just like all of the like I can't even explain it, and I'm not even gonna try because it's a meme basically.
Okay.
It's a hilarious intro. I think it starts out saying group masturbation starts in 5 seconds, and then it like goes into it.
It has like the ridiculousness.
Yeah, like a bunch of
just a bunch of
funny
mashup
music.
stuff.
So yeah, they're just like a super like funny band. Like they're not taking themselves too seriously, but they're really good live, and like their recent album is great.
I've seen the dude wear Heelys on stage.
Yeah.
If that's not fun, I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah, exactly. And like really the message of that song is so well done. Like I got to sit down with them and just talk about it because I was super interested in hearing like how they came up with this stuff because like right off the rip, it does the robot voice thing where
that fucking killed me.
Yeah,
I
like,
loved it.
bands and it's something I think is really cool. I'm not knocking any band that uses it and in whatever way if they're using it in a very serious way. But
it's like I can also think of 5 songs off rip that do that.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Like, a lot of people do it, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna like poke fun at it." Like they were trying to like talking to them, they were trying to come up with something for it, and it just sounded like somebody in the room just made the joke and was like, "Oh, just have it be robot voice," and they're like, "This is genius." It's just way funnier that way. Like it's funnier than any of the stuff that I feel like you could come up with.
And the music video is hilarious.
Yeah, the music video is super funny, so I recommend that. But my favorite part of the song, I pulled up the lyrics just so I get it right. But it's that first verse. I'll just read it really quick. It says, "Can't you see this ain't what you need? You're swimming in the same recycled shit all over your feed. It's just ABCs stuck in your brain. I hate to say this shit is easy, but it's still gotta bang." They're basically like pulling the curtain back and saying like, yeah, like, and just like we were talking about earlier, heavy music being kind of, I mean, I'm not say it's like easy to make, but it's easy to make it generic, It's easy to just hit record and be like, hey, these bands have done this one thing a million times. Let's just do that and slap our logo on it. You can do that if you want, but it's what they said, it's still got to bang. Like they're basically just being like, hey, we're not doing anything that like new. And I think there's also melodies in that song that are just straight up like melodies from other songs. At least like parts of like the production or whatever, reminds me of Bring Me the Horizon and all those bands. It's like they're not reinventing the wheel here, but they're doing it in their own way. So that's just what stuck out to me the most on that song.
Just listening to it, they're so much fun to listen to. Like I can just imagine the performance. Like the entire time I'm listening to it, like mentally I'm just like at Warped Tour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If Warped Tour was still a thing, man, they would flourish in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Rest in peace, Warped Tour.
I can just hear them moving on to be so massive one of these days. I need to listen to that whole EP because that was fantastic.
Yeah, the EP that's off of is great. I'm pretty sure they did just drop an album. They did just drop an album?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Oh yeah, Cult Mentality.
Okay, so yeah, Whatever was an EP.
But
it was the singles leading up to the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cult Mentality. Yeah. That is such a hard name for an album, too. Cult Mentality. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah, they're great. Very good.
Yeah, I definitely need to dig a little bit deeper into that band because that was so much fun to listen to. So my last song is another one that kind of does like a couple of different things. They are kind of like heavy post-hardcore kind of band, but then they also have like funk stylings to it.
Okay.
Which is a really interesting marriage of styles that you don't hear very often. There's like one or two other bands that I've really heard that kind of do that, and this is probably one of the better ones that I've heard. So this is called Stay Up by New Haven.